So I am Vishal Shah.
And I am Prabhat from Become Person. And today we are the one who are going to present this news analysis presentation for this group.
Which is primarily in the topic of current developments in Assam and national affairs. So we would explore the latest educational collaboration, cultural initiatives and political shifts that are witnessed in Assam alongside key national and international developments. So let's move to the next slide. So this is basically the introductory slide. So in this particular presentation, we would discuss about significant developments that are observed in Assam and India. And this presentation would explore key advancements in Assam and India, highlighting academic collaborations, along with preserving the cultural heritage, political transitions, international trade agreements, and the rise in economic nationalism. So all these elements would collectively bring a shape in the region's future. So let's move to the main presentation. So in the first slide, we can see like it is mentioned as key highlights of the Assam University Bhutan academic dialogues. So basically this slide is based on the conference named the Indo-Assam Social Science Conference, which was held from 3rd September to 6th of September, and this conference was organized with a collaboration between the Assam University of Assam, India and the Paro College of Education, Bhutan. So this conference particularly discussed about themes related to social science, like the aspects to be discussed on political events, then economic relations between the two countries, and discussions on human and cultural development. So there were many participants in this particular conference, like participants in the form of academicians, then academic scholars, academic professors, as well as entrepreneurs. And the conference also allowed the normal students to take part in this particular conference. So let's discuss this particular slide in more detail. So as we can see, it is mentioned as diverse participation. So yeah, this conference observed a diverse participation. So it's obvious that participants were present from Bhutan as well as from India, but also there were participants from other neighboring countries like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Afghanistan, and many more. So this conference was a bit successful in reaching towards many customers throughout the entire globe. So it is mentioned as high quality research. So a total of 379 individuals submitted their names for presenting their research work in the conference. But out of which only 278 best presentations were selected to showcase their research work in the presentation. And it is also mentioned as the presentation was organized in a hybrid format. So a hybrid format means the presentation allowed the participants to take part physically, as well as the participants were given a flexibility to attend the program through virtual mediums, that is video conference. So this was all about this particular slide. So let's move to the next slide. So in the next slide, as we can see there, it is written as preserving Bhupen Hazarika's legacy. So this particular slide discuss about a particular place, that is Kuthari residence. So Kuthari residence is a 7 bigha plot of land which is located in Kuthari, Assam, and this particular plot of land is owned by Bhupen Hazarika, where he built one of his rest houses, and it is believed that he has spent a long period of time of his life and had also written many of his prominent works by staying there. So in recent times, the Assam government has decided to acquire this particular plot of land and had decided to, transform this particular area into a heritage museum. So there are particular specific intentions of the government behind taking this decision. So the first intention is obvious, that to dedicate a tribute to our legend of Assam, that is Bhupen Hazarika sir. And the second intention of the government is to preserve the cultural heritage and cultural aspects of Assam in a more effective way. So building a museum would be a more effective manner to preserve the cultural heritage and historical aspects of Assam. And thirdly, behind taking this decision of Assam government, there is an intention to enhance the historical and the cultural tourism in our state of Assam and to attract more and more tourists to visit Assam and know more about the cultural aspects of Assam. So this was all about the this was all about the second slide. So let's move to the third one.
So in this slide we can see the shift to Indian National Congress. Three former MLAs have recently aligned with the Indian National Congress, citing dissatisfaction with the BJP's governance. So we can see that there were three former MLAs who have some issues with BJP and they have recently joined Indian National Congress. This shift indicates a potential rise in support for the Congress party as Assam approaches the 2026 elections, suggesting a critical change in the political landscape. So with this incident, we can understand that maybe this incident is causing some problem or may change the scenario of 2026 election. Then, challenges for the BJP. The BJP, which has been in power, faces criticism for its handling of governance and economic issues. It's about the India-EU trade negotiations update. So with this, we are going to start that we are going to read about that there are many trade agreements which have been made by India from to different countries, which is not only going to profit our India and Assam, but it is also going to profit other various sectors. So the first is trade agreement targeting 2025. India and the European Union are actively negotiating a comprehensive trade agreement aimed for completion by the end of 2025. So we can see that India and the European Union are actively negotiating a trade, and this trade is between India and the European Union, and by the end of 2025 we are going to sign this. This agreement seeks to enhance economic ties and facilitate trades between the two regions, addressing various sectors including digital commerce and intellectual property. So this agreement which we have signed with the European Union is not only going to facilitate the trade between two countries, two regions, but it is also going to profit us in various sectors like as we have seen, digital commerce and intellectual property. So our next point is progress on negotiations. As of now, 11 of the 23 chapters of the agreement have been successfully negotiated, covering critical areas such as digital trade, intellectual property rights, and dispute resolution mechanism. So we can see that the trade we have signed with the European unions and many more is not only going to benefit us in trade, but it is also going to profit us in many various other sectors. Like it is also covering critical areas such as digital trade, intellectual property rights, and dispute resolution mechanism. Progress reflects a shared commitment to strengthening trade relationships. So this is not only we are seeing that trade is going to be more facilitated, more good, but it is also going to facilitate the trade between two countries, and it is going to be more progressive. Challenges ahead. Despite significant advancements, key challenges remain, particularly concerning market access in agriculture and automobiles as well as regulatory standards. So as we have So as we have seen, then there are many advancements, there are many trade agreements we have made, India has made, and it is growing more and more. It is making many advances, but there are also some key challenges that is India facing, and it is particularly among the concerning market access in agriculture and automobiles as well as regulatory standards. These issues need to be addressed to finalize the agreement and ensure mutual benefits for both parties. And whatever the issues are there, which is going to face, which is our challenges, we need to finalize these things, and we also should see that both the countries, both the parties should benefit from these things.
So the next slide, there is nothing much to be discussed, but yeah, India elects its new and 15th vice president. That is 15th. So yeah, India elects its new and 15th vice president. That is C.P. Radhakrishnan, Chandrapuram Ponaswamy Radhakrishnan, and he takes the pledge and takes upon the duties of his post from 12th September 2025. So let's move to the next slide.
So, you mentioned the name also. Name.
So the name of our new vice president is C.P. Radhakrishnan, Chandrapuram Ponaswamy Radhakrishnan. So this slide is particularly a bit politically controversial, so we will just skip this one. Yeah, so in this slide we can see there is highlighted that economic nationalism through Swadeshi campaign. Yeah, so promotion of Swadeshi goods. So in recent times, the government of India, mainly our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, is putting emphasis on using and promoting Swadeshi goods to a large extent. Like the Prime Minister of India is trying to influence and to tell the customers and consumers of India to use Swadeshi products as much as possible. So what's Swadeshi product? Swadeshi goods are those goods which are produced, which are manufactured in our own country. So using Swadeshi good would bring many of the positive changes in our country. So the first change would be when consumers would use Swadeshi goods, the revenue generated from the sale of those goods would be in the hands of the local industries and indigenous industries, which would help them in expanding their business throughout the country. And this would enhance the industrial sector of our country, and using of Swadeshi good would also help in expanding industries throughout the country and would also contribute in creating employment opportunities, as well as all this contribution would ultimately help in the enhancement of the total economic growth of our country. So these are the few intentions of Indian government behind promoting Swadeshi goods.
Now, the next point is boosting local economy. This initiative is part of a broader strategy to strengthen India's economy by encouraging citizens to buy domestic products. As we have seen that our PM Narendra Modi is influencing us to buy Swadeshi goods, and we also know that what is the meaning of Swadeshi goods, right? So now our PM Narendra Modi is influencing us more and more to buy Swadeshi goods, not because only it will help all the markets, but it will also help the Indian economy to grow. By fostering a culture of nationalism through economic choices, the government aims to reduce dependency on imports and boost local manufacturing sectors. So with this culture of buying Swadeshi good, our PM Modi is not only influencing us to buy to encourage citizens, but it is also helping us to boost our economy, the Indian economy. It is reducing, our government is trying to reduce it, the aim of, it is in the aim of dependency on imports. Like if we see that the previous data, then we will be knowing that there were many things which we used to import from other countries, which is a loss for our India's economy. If we start buying these things, Swadeshi goods, if we try to buy those things, Swadeshi goods, then we can reduce the dependency of imports on other countries. We will also help in fostering a culture of nationalism. So this is our last and final slide, shaping the future of Assam and India. The ongoing developments in Assam and across India signify a crucial intersection of cultural, political, and economic dynamics. These factors not only influence current scenarios but will also play a pivotal role in determining the region's trajectory in the coming years. So, as we have seen in the previous slides, that our India is trying best to do many agreements with other countries. It is also making trade agreements and it is also making many developments. So it is not only making development, but it is making the future of Assam and India. So as cultural heritage is preserved, political landscape shift, and economic policies evolve, the region stands at a crossroad that requires informed engagement and proactive strategies. So we can see that in the previous slides that Bhupen Hazarika's heritage is going to be preserved by our Assam government, and there were many trade agreements which have been made to develop our country. So this is not only shaping the future of Assam or India, but it is shaping the future of future Assam and future India. And this is what. So with this, we end our news analysis presentation for this week.
Yeah, so thanks to all the students for being a patient listener. Thanks to our teachers for giving us such a tremendous opportunity to gather so much of knowledge. So with this, we end our today's news analysis presentation for this week. So if anyone has any doubts or confusions, they may ask